Hey guys, okay, so welcome to my channel. There is nothing interesting here. It's just gonna be me talking, but if you guys like me talking, then you guys can listen. So I do TikTok videos about me being a bikini barista, and I work in lingerie and I serve old men. I know it's very shocking. It's very crazy. It is a very wild time, and I'd love to answer all your guys' questions, but I'm gonna be doing my makeup and, talking as if I was on live. You guys know how it goes. I do live videos. So I just prime my face with this stuff. I don't know if it's good. It does feel good, so I'm going to say it's good, but I've never used a different primer. Next, I'm going to be doing my eyebrows. Okay, as you guys can tell, there's still makeup on it. I don't wash off my makeup half the time. I'm doing a little bit at a time for self-care, I get my boobs done on April 22nd, so whenever you're watching this, April 22nd of 2022, I will have big old titties. And, I don't know what the rules are for YouTube, but I'm going to swear, okay? So, I don't know if that's going to get me in trouble. I don't know what the rules are with swearing, this is just my first little video. I was on YouTube before they had the red flags. I don't know if you guys remember that came out, where they started being like, oh, flag that is inappropriate, blah, blah, blah. I was in the searching up, hiding at sleepovers, girls kissing. Ooh, girls kissing with clothes, you know what I mean? I was at that era, just me in 5th grade. And I always thought, I would be a YouTuber. I would constantly tell you guys about my life. We would have chit chats like this all the time. And then I became a pussy. Okay, I was too scared to ever put my life out there. But then when people would ask me, they'd be like, ooh, what do you want to do for a living? I'd always say, I want to be a social media girl. I'd want to post all the time. I want to be somewhat of an influencer the best I can, keeping in mind that I am not bougie or that girl, that saying that, oh, she's that girl. I'm not that girl. I am a slob. I'm gross. But I'm not a quirky girl either. I'm not a bra girl. Okay. I don't like boys at all. I like to kiss them, but I don't, you know how it is. I cannot stand men. But then that brings me to my job. I am a bikini barista. So what I do is I work half naked. I know you guys are like, what the hell are you doing with your life? You're so young. I know, I'm 20 years old. I actually just turned 20 a few months ago. It does feel like it was yesterday, and I keep telling people I'm 19 because I'm not ready to commit to being 20. I feel like being 20 is, how do I put this? It is gnarly. Let me just say that. Being 20 makes me feel like Mamma Mia, how she was going to get married and she was going to marry Sky. And then, if you guys haven't seen Mamma Mia, spoiler alerts, she decides not to marry him because she's like, oh, I'm so young. I just wanted to bring my dads together. And then I'm like, holy cow, should I be getting married? I'm only 20. But then that also brings me to my parents. My mom was married at 18. So it didn't work out for her. Love you, queen. My mom, she had three marriages, and she's still so baller. Let me tell you, this girl popped out 5 babies. 5. And she still looks, and she weighs less than me, girl. She weighs way less than me, and she's a skinny queen. She be climbing mountains. Mom, shout out. My mom is single, so if you guys are wealthy men and you love a hot girl who has money of her own as well, and 5 kids, and only one of them is cool, sorry guys, sorry, love my siblings, but she did say I was her favorite girl. That's all I'm gonna say. And no, I do have sisters, so she was not just being one of those moms who's like, oh my goodness, you're my favorite girl, and I'm the only girl. No, I do have 2 other sisters, and they know that I'm the favorite. My brothers are ahead of me, but you know what, whatever. They're 10, so it doesn't even matter. They're not even real people yet. So moving on, why I became a bikini barista. Let's get to that one right there, and then there. I became a bikini barista because I had nothing. I was living in my car at the moment because my parents and I had a very, very nasty falling out where they said, that's it, you cannot have a life at all. We don't want you to leave the house, and if you leave the house, you can only see one person, and that one person, we have to get in contact with their parents. And I was like, I'm out of high school, you're not doing that. And I was embarrassed, and I was like, you guys are not doing that. And I was already tracked on Life 360. They were already tracking how fast my car was going every 2 seconds. I was like, chill the hell out, you know what I mean? Let me live a little. So I ended up being a little bit of a liar, okay? This is me being a liar. I ended up telling them all the time that I was going to go see my one friend that I was allowed to see, you know, because it was COVID. I do understand that. But I was also a crazy angsty teen, okay? So they said no friends at all, okay? Well, I listened for almost 6 months, and I wanted to literally, I thought I was going to jump off a cliff. I'm going to be honest with you. And when I say 6 months, I mean 2. But moving on. Watching all my friends get to hang out as I had nobody made me a little bit emo and made me start to become the liar that I became. If you're hearing the banging, it's because there's a random man tearing down the apartment complex. Yes, I'm getting evicted. They are tearing this place down. This is my last week here though, so pardon me. Shh. Okay. So then I became a liar, okay? In the most polite way. I hated my parents. They hated me. I decided that I was going to start sneaking out for the first time. I never broke rules in high school. I was a good girl, okay? I know I'm half naked for money now, but I was a good girl, okay? Yes, I had boyfriends and I was doing the nasty, but I was I never lied, okay? I was not lying about what I was doing. My parents knew what I was doing at 14, okay? They know. They knew I was a crazy girl, but I was always an honest girl. So moving on from that, basically I wanted to go on my first trip ever. Keep in mind, I had never really been on a plane. I've been on a plane one time, and I was don't even really remember it, and it was awkward, and it was with my family. So I was you know what, I want to go on a trip where yes, I use my hands, I don't want to hear it, they're not clean, I didn't wash them. So I want to go on a trip where you know, with my girls, and I want to go crazy. I want to be one of those Mamma Mia fantasies, and I want to go. So I said I wanted to go to Hawaii, and my parents said, absolutely effing not, you are not leaving. And my parents didn't even want me to get a job at this point, so I started working at Dutch Bros. And they were always so salty, being don't talk to your coworkers, you're gonna get COVID. And you know, they did have a point to be scared, okay? They did. I'll give them that. You know, it was a very scary time. They were very unsure, and you know, as parents, they want to protect, you know, and they were just going a little too ham, and so I hated them. Normal angsty 18-year-old things, okay? So with my hating them, I decided I'm going on this trip with my girls. Yeah, we're going on a girls trip. I love my girls. And, you know, I get my girls all together, and we end up going to, is this too fucking dark for me? I never wear a foundation, guys. I'm just trying to try something new right now. It's looking a little dark, but we're gonna fix it. I don't know. We're gonna try. I don't wear makeup, guys, so I will literally only wear concealer and eyebrows, and that's it. So I really thought I was gonna do a whole look today, but you know, it would help if I knew how to do makeup, right? So anyway, yes, I'm an aggressive blender. Anyway, where's the story going? Basically, I go to Hawaii after they said don't go to Hawaii. And you know, I thought they would catch on when I was moving a bunch of suitcases out of my house at 6 a.m. that I was going on a plane ride. But you know, because I was such an honest girl, I told them I was, well, so they thought. I told them I was going to Seaside, Oregon at 6 a.m. and my friends were coming to pick me up. So they didn't ask questions when a giant black SUV driven by a man, a millionaire, if you will, because he was a customer at my work, okay? I don't need to answer any of those questions. I wasn't sleeping with him. He was just a friend. Still is. Love you. So anyway, I get picked up in this black SUV with blaring music. We're popping champagne outside my house, basically, and my parents still didn't ask any questions. So, you know, this was their fault, honestly. Just kidding. You know, I understand that it's my fault. So I end up leaving, and at this time, I was really emo. I hated my life. So I leave and I tell them I'm in Seaside. They said send me some photos of Seaside. I did, from Google. So I did that. And, you know, we had a fun trip. Okay, we met Sway Lee. We did the psychedelics. You know, we were really trying new things, okay, on this trip. We became really close as a girl group. We became besties. What's the word when you can't be separated? You know what I mean? Irreseparable? No, just change the subject. Anyway, so to this day, we still hang out all the time. And we live together now. But at the time, I was like, oh my God, we're so crazy. We're so angsty, whatever. We have an amazing time. On the last day I'm there, my boyfriend finds out that I was lying to him. I was being a liar, girl, okay? I felt really trapped and I decided to lie. So I lied, and, you know, he dumps me on my last day there. My parents find out where I am because, you know, I was posting publicly on Instagram. I didn't really care. And, you know, I don't think they're going to think I'm in Seaside when I'm posting on a sailboat in the middle of the Pacific Ocean in warm degree weather. Seaside's not warm, if you guys wanted some clues to that, you know. So I told them, yeah, I'm not in Seaside. I am in Hawaii. And, you know, they were real mad. And so he said, don't come home. You're banned. You are never coming home again. We hate you. And I said, you know what, period. Fair enough. I hated them too, so I was like, whatever. So I moved in with my friends. No, actually, that's not true. I was living in my car, and I would just be like, can I spend the night? And then I would go house to house to house, or I would just nap in my car. And then I would just never wash my clothes, so I smelt bad. And I don't know why my friends kept hanging out with me. I was ugly too. I was not a cute girl at the time. I was really not taking care of myself. I still barely am, but, you know, better than I was. At least I'm showering. So, you know me. Yes, I'm still in a work outfit. That's gross. Yeah. So I end up, you know me, girls. You know me. I hated my life now. And my friend goes, you know what? If you want to make some money, you could become a bikini barista. And I said, bet. Of course I'm going to do that. So I say, okay. And I send my photos into the Instagram that is associated with my stand. And they said, period, you're so cute. Your interview is for tomorrow at 6 a.m. Slay. So I go to my interview and I wear a very ugly Shein bathing suit that it was like literally a cheeky butt. Like, why would I do that? It's literally thong. Anyway, so I go to my interview and, you know, I nail it, okay? I know how to make coffee. I know how to make conversation. I worked at Dutch Bros, okay? You know, you're forced to talk to everybody who comes through. And so I end up doing that. And, you know, it goes pretty well. We hit it off. I get my schedule for the next week and my training days, period. But keep in mind, I'm still working at Dutch Bros. This is where it gets a little complicated. So I'm working at Dutch Bros. And at this time, they said you're not allowed to be working at any other coffee stand, you know, because it will mess with how you make coffee here. And it's just not okay. So I said, okay, I won't do it. And then I did it. So I started working at 2 coffee stands at once, and it got complicated, okay? I was definitely confused. There were different rules for every stand, you know, but I got over it, you know? I realized that I was making way more money at the bikini stand, so I was like, why the hell would I work at Dutch? I hate my job at Dutch. So, you know, I quit Dutch, and I get myself an apartment, okay? Spin. I get myself an apartment, okay? I love my apartment. It is an old... it's a person who used to cook up meth. Yeah, it's his old place. So it was pretty gnarly and it smelled really bad, but you know, it was a 1-bedroom. There was no windows. That is a lie. There was a window to a cement wall, so there was no like natural light. But I loved it. It was my own thing. I was so happy. My friends bought me furniture. Customers got furniture. You know, they furnished it for me. I didn't spend a dime. So I'm living there in this, I'm sorry, I'm gonna say it. It was pretty ratchet, okay? It was pretty ratchet. You had to pay with money orders. If you guys know what that is, sorry. There was somebody trying to live in our trash can. Yes. There was a man trying to push a twin-size mattress into the trash can. I'm not lying. That is a true story. And, yeah. There was also people constantly just fighting and walking around the complex just drugged. I'm sorry to say it. I hope they get help. I'm not being disrespectful to them, but I'm just saying you get what I was going through at this point. But I was like, period, this is my life. My parents don't talk to me anymore. I lost my boyfriend of like a year. I'm like, fuck my life. I'm so quirky and edgy. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go to LA because that's where people go when they want to figure out their dreams in life. Okay. So I go to LA and my friend, one of my good friends, sorry, my cat scared me. One of my good friends does social media. He's a TikToker. I hate to say that because, you know, he's my girl. You know what I mean? And, you know, he brings us aboard and shows us all these TikTokers that he was living with in a house at the time. And we're like, okay, period. So he lets us stay in the house with him. And they were not happy. Let me tell you, they did not like us. We were just a bunch of random white girls pulling up being like, yeah, LA, we love LA. And they were not happy because this was not the place for us. Let's just say that. Okay, it was not they did not want us there. And, you know, but my friend loved us and was like, you know what, they're staying. So we stay. We meet all these TikTokers, you know, and they hate us. But one of them gives me this big long speech being like, what is your dream in life? Because I was basically saying how I hate my life and I don't want to go back home. And he was like, what is your dream? And I said, my dream is to do social media like every other girl my age. And he was like, basically what he said was like, how bad do you want it? And I said, pretty damn bad. I think it's a little late to become a doctor. Yeah. And when I was in high school, every time they'd ask me like, oh, what do you want to do? I'd say, I want to be famous. And they'd go, that's not a career. So I'd go, oh. Kim Kardashian's making it work. And you know what? I want to be her. So, you know, everyone told me I was crazy. I was just a crazy, crazy girl. I need to stop acting like that and get a real profession. Okay. So I tell him this, the TikToker in LA. I was like, this is how I feel. I really want to do what you guys are doing. And he said, then do it. He said, listen, start filming your life. And if it doesn't go well, then you're like, no, maybe it's not for you. And I said, period. So the first video I make is, hold on. Basically I say, I'm like, I think it's a little late to become a doctor at this point. Like I already dropped out of college. I hated my life. I forgot to mention that I also dropped out of college. And when I was in high school, every time they'd ask me like, oh, what do you want to do? I'd say, I want to be famous. And they'd go, that's not a career. So I'd go, oh. Kim Kardashian's making it work. And you know what? I want to be her. So, you know, everyone told me I was crazy. I was just a crazy, crazy girl. I need to stop acting like that and get a real profession. Okay. So I tell him this, the TikToker in LA. I was like, this is how I feel. I really want to do what you guys are doing. And he said, then do it. He said, listen, start filming your life. And if it doesn't go well, then you're like, no, maybe it's not for you. And I said, period. So the first video I make is, hold on. So the first video I make, also ignore my makeup. I'm realizing it's not going my way, but it's fine. Is a bikini barista video. And I didn't tell anyone in my hometown I was doing it. I was like, mind your damn business. I'm still in college. Yeah. So nobody knew about my job. And I decided, I was like, you know what? I'm going to do it. And if it doesn't do well, I'll delete the video and then I'll just never speak about it again. So my first video I make about being a bikini barista, boom, hits a mill in the first like hour, I want to say. I am panicking. I am like, no effing way. Like, what do I do with this? Like, who do I tell? Who do I, you know, share my like excitement with? So, you know, everyone from my hometown starts blowing up my phone being like, no way. You're showing your ass for money. You're crazy, blah, blah, blah. I didn't get the support. Okay, let's just say that. Nobody was supporting me at this time besides my friends. Everyone was shook. You know, it was not a good situation for me. What the hell is my highlighter? So it wasn't a good situation for me at all. Let's just say that. But, you know, at least people were watching it. So then I'm like, you know what? I'm going to make another one tomorrow. Okay? I'm going to make another one tomorrow. And if it goes well, then I know I can keep doing this. Okay? Next one I post, boom, hits a mill. Starts going way more than my last video, is doing insane. And I was like, no way. Maybe this is like my dreams coming true. Maybe this is like a way for me to, you know, possibly leave Bikini Coffee, like possibly do something else. And so I thought. So I end up keep posting. I'm like posting like crazy. All my videos are doing well for the most part. All my videos are doing grand. And I start thinking, what if I went live at the stand? So I end up doing it. First one, boom, does really well. And at this time, it was not really super popular to be going live. Okay, so I was a little nervous. So I start going live and they start doing my account so well. And it gets all my social medias a-booming. So I do it. Okay, I'm loving going live. Yeah, so I thought. I end up getting banned. And I'm really emo. I think I lose my account, but don't worry, she comes back. Post a video where a customer pulled up to the window right when I'm making a TikTok. 40 mil, baby. 40 mil. I'm shook. I'm shook to the core. And, you know, it's really crazy because that video was staged. That is my friend's fiance. Different story, though. But I'm just letting y'all know that because, you know, I'm not a liar. This is a freckle thing. Sorry. Anyway, then so many like social media, like I want to say influencers, I want to say a lot of TikTokers were reaching out being like, I love your videos. And I was like, no way. This is insane. I am literally shook. And, you know, I thought life was at an all-time peak. So I thought things were going really well. I start my OnlyFans. You know me, girl. You know I was trying to make that extra coin. You know. So I started, and it does well for me. I'm happy. You know, I'm enjoying it. Boom. My account is deleted again. Yeah. So she gets deleted, and I'm really emo, and I'm not doing well. So then I decided, you know what? Here's the thing. I'm going to start a new one. If I can't get the followers back, maybe it wasn't meant for me. So I started a new one, and you know what? It's been going pretty well. But I'm trying to get that old one back. Besides the point. But I said I was going to start making videos of me doing what I do on live, where I just talk to you guys. But I'm just going to post them on YouTube so you guys can watch them. And you guys can decide if you hate me and you want to keep watching, or if you're like, this girl really sucks and I'd rather never watch this again. So it's really on you guys. I mean, it's really on you guys. I don't see myself posting short videos, but this is like long videos. If you want to like just listen as you're like doing something, I got a million things to say. You know me. I am a busy girl. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoy chatting with me, and then my next video is going to be me answering questions. This was just supposed to be how I became a bikini barista, sorry, in that story. So let me know, guys. Let me know what you want to see. Let me know what you want to be. Let me know now. Thank you.